Since it's 7:01 on my computer, I think we can start.
Okay.
Hopefully this will be a fairly quick meeting. I'll start with the agenda, opening the meeting. This is the March 4th meeting of the Upton Community Preservation Committee. On the agenda is approve previous minutes. Lauren, I made a few edits within about the last half hour or so.
Yep, they look good.
Maybe I had a chance to see those. Maybe Lauren, if you could pull them up, please.
Yeah, I'll pull up the edits. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Everyone see this?
Yes.
So I made a few edits on the trail bridge discussion. That was it.
Yeah.
It looked good with the ads.
Yep. I mean, overall, I know I looked at them and I didn't have any questions. Seemed directionally fine to me, so.
Well, and does anyone
If no one else has anything, I'll make a motion that we accept the February minutes.
Is there a second?
Seconded
Seconded by Chris. Any
With
further
the edits.
discussion? Hearing no discussion, voice vote, please. Mike, aye.
Rick, aye.
Chris, I.
Aye.
And I think I heard Kathy waved, right? I guess so. Yeah.
Kathy,
you-
aye, sorry.
Kathy, aye. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay.
I've been talking this whole time, Mike.
No.
Just joking. For once I wasn't.
Mm. Well, the night is still young here. So.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda is approve expenses. I think there's one voucher that Lauren has, kind of it's a small one, but it's, is it the $300? Oh, no, it's a different one.
Yeah, it's for, what is it for? For the Prattville Pond Management Plan.
Yeah. So this was,
What's this one?
I think it's okay to pay this. I mean, we've, the Lakes and Ponds Committee is still reviewing the contractor submittals. So I think it's good to pay, and I believe there's quite a bit of funding left in the budget, plenty to cover this anyway.
Do you need a motion, Mike?
Sure.
I make a motion to pay the bill from TRC for the Lakes and Ponds study.
For a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, hearing none, Mike, aye.
Chris,
Rick, aye.
Aye.
Kathy, aye.
And Brian. Hello, Brian. Welcome.
Oh, he's muted.
Is muted.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can hear us either. Brian, can you hear us?
Doesn't look like it. Should we start a chat?
It's weird after all this time that Zoom and Teams still aren't perfected.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say to Brian?
Can you hear us, Brian?
I'm going to ask him on chat.
Brian, if you can hear us, just raise your hand or something.
I don't think he can.
Yep.
I'm a slow typer.
Oh, Brittany's on too. Hello, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was an update that was done for Teams, like there's a new web-based update that's there. Maybe that's what's causing some issues between amongst users.
Well, let's go on and see if Brian can join us, or Heather, Lauren, do you have any thoughts on what we could do here? Chris, I think, send him a chat message.
Lauren, can you unmute him?
Yes,
Oh, maybe if I log in as remote host, but it could end the meeting. I'm not sure. Well, I don't think it would end it, but
Yeah, Brian
I
seems
think
a
you
little
can
jumpy.
mute people, but I'm
Brittany,
not sure if I can unmute.
Brittany, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right.
I was just having internet problems before, so it took a couple minutes to get connected, but I can
Yeah,
hear
no
you fine.
worries. Just it seems like we've got a gremlin in Brian's system that isn't
Oh, got
letting
it.
him hear us and stuff. So
Does he know how to change his like the mic and all that kind of stuff in the upper right corner? Because sometimes like it'll go to a different, like if you plug the
Yeah.
earphones in, it thinks it's still earphones are still in it or something.
It's funny that
I tried to send him 2 messages.
he
Yeah, because
He-
Brian's good at this stuff.
is, yeah, yeah. I think let's move on. I don't know, Lauren, maybe could you actually delete Brian, then maybe he'd call back in and he'd have better luck. I don't know. What do you think?
I can't kick him out. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
he's unmuted now. I can mute people, but I can't unmute them. But it looks
But
like
you can
Brian's
kick him out of a
mic is
meeting
on
though,
now.
right? You can kick him out of a meeting though, right?
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh, I
think so
used to
either.
be able to.
Just maybe I should be able to.
Oh,
I don't know
We have
how.
shorter meetings if you could.
you got Catherine, you got the advanced application, right? You got to kick people out?
No, I used to have a different,
Oh, I can actually.
yeah, I figured
found
that
it.
that you could.
But
Why don't we try that? And hopefully he'll come back in.
yes. I don't think
Okay.
I mean, worst case at this point, I mean, it's a passed by majority, right? So, we've got more than enough that had said yes to approving the
yeah.
voucher.
Yeah, we have okay. Let's hope he comes back in.
hopefully.
All right, back to the agenda, account updates. I don't have any updates, Lauren. I don't know if you do. We did get an email just today from the CPA Coalition. Sounds like the first distribution is going to be around 15%, and then be 2 other distributions coming. Okay, funded project updates. Quickly, Pratt Mill Management Pond. Again, we've got submittals from the contractor. We're reviewing them. Also been collecting some water quality data this winter, including from Pratt Pond just a couple days ago. Interesting thing about the Pratt Pond is in the winter, we were wondering, is the dissolved oxygen really low over winter? Last year it was very high, and this year it's high again. So we have happy fish in Pratt Pond over the winter. The DO levels are pretty high, which isn't always the case. So Robertson Trail Bridge, no activity there. I think Catherine, jump in if you want, but I think we're kind of waiting for the snow to melt so we can take a look at that potential trail easement. Anything, is that correct, Catherine? Is that fair?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
actually looked at it. It looks really good.
Oh, okay. Well, let's wait for the snow to melt a bit, and then the land stewardship and Concom can come take a look. And
Will it be before town meeting?
yes, definitely before town meeting, and if we can, do it soon enough, this article, the
Brian, are you
bridge
still
article, maybe doesn't even have to be on the warrant. But let's see how it goes.
So Brian's
Tell-
back
Can-
on. Can you hear us?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Brian.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you, Brian.
Oh, great.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry for the delay.
That's all right.
Oh, oh, no
You're
problem.
unmuted.
I'm glad you're back.
That's right. in the
So we
chat.
have 7 out of 8 members right now. So that's good turnout. Town Hall Rehab.
Actually, hold on, Mike,
Oh.
before we leave the Robinson one, so.
Sure.
Like what's the point, do we have a date of which we need to make a decision on, a potential, either pulling that, placement article that we submitted last month? Right? Is there a time when we have to make a final call on either it's in or it's out?
That's a good question. I think it kind of brings up another question. When are we going to hold hearings for any articles for that we need for annual town meeting? We could plan to schedule a hearing in April or in May before the annual town meeting. I kind of suggest maybe before. Try to do it in April if possible.
April
That's
sounds good.
That's what I was thinking as well, which is why I asked the question, right? Knowing that, there's still a lot of snow on the ground. Yes, it's supposed to start getting some warmth to get rid of that. However, right, it may make it muddy to the point where it's not all that convenient to be walking out there to evaluate either. So I just didn't know whether or not there comes a point in time when we're already a little bit too late to solidify, and it doesn't really make sense to go forward asking for an additional nominal fee when we don't really have a solidified updated plan behind us yet.
Well, what do others think? We could decide not to include that draft warrant article. We could ask the selectmen to pull it from the warrant. It was submitted back in February, but we could conceivably pull it.
I think we should probably have it.
I think we could wait until, to make a decision. When is our April meeting?
Um,
Should be
It's
April
April
1st.
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yeah, because the area that, for the alternative, it's not muddy. And so it's
Okay.
pretty, yeah, because it's not near the big brook, it's near the little rivulet. So it's pretty dry. And there's that one area, and again, it's a rivulet where you got to do a crossing, but it's just a little foot crossing. I mean, I've never had to use a bridge because I've never gone across it when it's, the snow is melting. But I think that if we wait until then, that the Concom can go, or somebody can go in March and take a look at it and come up with a recommendation. I mean, it's a good placeholder. We'll have a way that people could actually get from Warren Street to Fowler Street and to connect with, what is it called? Schoolhouse 9,
District
or,
9, District
I
9.
call it the old Henderson property, but, and I think, so I think if we did this at the end of, third week of March, that would work out just fine.
Okay.
Let's keep it in there then. We can always pass over it as needed. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you, and thank you again, Kathy, for even suggesting this alternative. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I honestly, I was more thinking about the other aspects, right? Of if we had to publish it and send it out, to the papers to post it, and because we would still need to bring that into that April 1st open meeting right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
I-
yeah, okay.
Right, so I'm just, I'm thinking back and kind of going, you know, you almost need an answer by the end of next week is what my gut's telling me. I just
But
don't
we
know
could
if we
have
have
the
that time.
hearing, we could have a hearing in the middle of April though, couldn't we?
If
We could.
So yeah, that maybe that's another option of holding a later
We
one
could.
in April. Not a normal monthly one, but a separate one that's designed just for the hearings. Yep. I mean, I'm okay with that. I just, you know, I didn't want to, didn't want to set false expectations on something that maybe, you know, maybe we need something by April 1st and we're not ready yet. And that April 1st really meant, you know, having something by the 13th for write-ups and articles and postings and all that, that usually goes along with it. So just, yeah, being prudent.
Just looking at, how would, scheduling our next meeting for April 15th be? Does that work for folks? It's the third Wednesday.
Should be okay.
Should be fine.
Okay, yeah.
I'm probably unavailable, Mike, but go through.
Who's, is that
I
Brian?
think that was Brian. Brian, we caught about every other word or every third word.
Sorry, March 18th at 7?
No, it would, April 15th.
Oh, sorry.
Tax day.
The third Wednesday in April.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. It's the following week. I'm going to be away.
And Mike, did you ever talk to Adam?
I have tried to contact him. We haven't connected yet, but
Okay.
that's definitely in progress.
Hmm.
So if we did go by for the 15th,
Yep.
or would any other day, Brian, any other day that week work for you? Wouldn't have to be a Wednesday.
I'm out of town that week.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry.
Can you zoom in from wherever? Or?
I just don't know if I can that night.
Okay.
If possible, I could. I'll try.
Okay. Well, tentatively, let's schedule it for the 15th, and then that'll give Lauren pretty much the last week in March to get the newspaper advertisements in.
Yeah.
So that'll give us, hopefully snow's gone by then, and we can try to walk the potential easement in sometime in March, and have a lot more information. But
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
okay, cool. All right.
That's, yeah.
Is that okay with
sounds
everybody?
more realistic to me. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Any objections? Okay, hearing none. Okay, next, town hall rehab. I've communicated with Dennis asking whether or not we need a warrant article for payment of the first bond, make the first bond payment. And he thinks it's good to at least have a placeholder. So so I drafted up a potential article for that. I guess stay tuned on that, whether or not we need that. I don't really know the status of the project, whether or not any contracts have been awarded or anything like that. I don't think town hall is leaking, at least I haven't heard anything, Lauren. So far so good this spring anyway.
Yeah.
So
Howard
Mike,
Glen Board.
Mike,
Oh, yes.
just a question on this one. For the first year, we were sort of seeding an account that would pay the bonds in subsequent years, correct? I mean, has the bond been taken out yet? Are we making payments on the bond?
That's the question. And I've asked Dennis, and I asked him whether or not he thought we needed an article in May. And he said, he said either possibly yes or yes, something, it was enough positive that I drafted the article. But I don't think we have a final determination yet,
Okay.
but it's possible that we do need it. So he asked that, we include one as a placeholder at least.
So maybe just a quick question on that one, and or a follow-up question on that, if you mind. Does that need a hearing, or, right, just like the payment to the schools every year that we've already agreed to, we know it needs to be approved at town meeting, but do we actually need a hearing on that prior to the AGM?
That's a good question, and I was thinking that also. I think no, because we never hold hearings for the town hall bond.
Yeah,
So I mean, it could be a
Yeah.
question. It could be a question for town council, but if we follow the town hall model of the first town hall bond, no, we don't. But we
Yeah,
need the article.
Yeah.
To be approved at town meeting, but I don't think we need
okay.
a hearing.
That's what I was thinking as well. I wanted to validate just to make sure we weren't, missing a step there.
Yeah, we
So-
can inquire, but I think we're good. What I'll do, if it's okay with everybody, I'll just pass this draft article on to Dennis and new town manager.
Yeah. Okay.
So then they can figure out if they need it or not, or they get the big bucks. Okay, Howard Glen boardwalk repairs, no activity. There's that white stuff on the ground. Till it melts, we won't have the construction scheduled. Schedule public hearings for the May ATM. I think we've done that. The ones that we need will Lauren will get some draft public notices out for submittal in late March to the newspaper.
Okay.
And we may only have, I'm not sure how many, we may only have one, the one for the
Trail Bridge.
for, yeah. So, unanticipated topics. Anything anyone has like to talk about?
I read about the things about the turf field, and that made me very confused. That which parts can be covered, which parts cannot be covered.
Chris, could you speak up a little bit? I had a hard time.
I read over the things that went around about the turf fields, and it was hard to figure out which parts could be covered,
Yep.
and which can't be covered. So that was confusing.
Well, one thing that, about that whole project, I think it's like $11 or $12 million project. So, and we're going to be, the two towns are going to be contributing a total of about $4 million. So,
Yeah.
I don't think in the long term there'd be a problem because, they can just, our contributions, CPC contributions can, be earmarked for other portions of the work that don't even involve the fields, the turf field.
I mean, that could have been track things. It could be the concession building. It could be the walkway around the campus, right? I mean, I have a feeling Jay's well aware of that. So I saw the note as well, and I thought the same thing and saying, R2, Mendon's 2, it's still less than 50% of the overall, and it's just how they're going to dice up the reconciliation at the end of the day. At this point, I would say no concern on our end. They just need to make sure that they report it incorrectly for, total, against total project.
There was one part in that information you sent us, Mike, where it talked about any athletic fields or any work done, it has to be restricted, I think. And I don't have it up in front of me anymore, so I can't say. And that got me a little puzzled and just concerned about it, because I don't think this land would be restricted because it's probably the school's property or the town's property.
Well,
So that's one thing that I was unclear about. I know about the artificial turf, and we can definitely walk around that because our portion and contribution will be able to be taken care of through many other parts of that project.
Yeah.
But that the whole overall project, I'm not sure is being done on restricted land. And I'm not even sure I understood that correctly. That was the first time I ever saw that language.
I can try to shed some light on that. Way back last year when this project first came before us, I had that question of the town manager, Joe, at the time, because the Community Preservation Coalition, Stewart, has information on their website saying that if you spend money for say on for fields or something like that, the land doesn't have to have a restriction on it. So I brought that to Joe's attention, and Joe said that town council at the time didn't agree with that, didn't feel that a restriction was needed. Now, the example I gave to Joe at the time was the community center playground that was CPA funded several years ago. I don't believe that land is restricted. So I got thinking about that one, and then so I asked Joe, but we could possibly ask the new town manager and new town council to review this decision. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but let's say that this money is spent on this field, and then 30 years from now they decide they want to expand the school, into a footprint where the field is. So, and they could right now. There's no restrictions. They could do that conceivably, or the the work that's being done in the backfields that's CPA funded. So,
Yeah.
I think if Brian, if if others agree, committee can raise this question again with the new town manager. Again, and I can find the language in the community preservation website, and I'll send that to you folks. And I had sent it to Joe. Joe didn't agree with it, so at that point I let it drop.
Mike, what was the reason for Jay going to Mendon about these fields and this CPC money? Is there anything that we should be aware of and concerned of?
All I know is what's in that email. What that Ann sent us.
The only read I had into that, Brian, was Jay's a Mendon person, and so wasn't she. So I think that was just an in-town, kind of question of, finance 101 and usage. That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah, it was just interesting to see that language in Ann's package of information given to us, including that restriction. So
yeah.
Yeah. I can, like I said, I'll look for what's on the Community Preservation Coalition and just forward that to everybody. And we can touch base with the new town manager about that. And it's possible. Right now we have new town council. New town council could conceivably have a different opinion about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe the only other thing that I would say is when we were talking Trask property and master plan and that type of stuff, we you know, we kind of came along the same type of scenarios, right? Because we were thinking about a artificial turf at that location as well. You know, but, you know, had some of the same questions around, you know, CPA usage and you know, that it couldn't be used for turf and restrictions and that type of stuff. So it's, you know, it's just, it is what it is because it's, you know, earmarked as town, you know, town property at that point.
Okay, anything else on that concern? Okay, any other, anything else anyone wants to bring up? Any other topics?
I do have something to bring up real quick. Mike Antonellis had sent it out in an email a while ago, and then I think yesterday as well. But the planning board's received a lot of money to do a zoning rewrite, and he's looking for volunteers to work on a committee to do an overview of everything that CMRPC suggested we change and pick what should actually be implemented in the zoning bylaw. It's not making huge decisions, it's just reviewing the existing bylaw and proposed changes for consistency and stuff like that. So if anyone's interested in that, reach out to me or Mike Antonellis directly. I think CBC and also like the Affordable Housing Trust, Conservation, Planning, ZBA, and Economic Development, we're all looped in on that. So lots of varied interests. And then also our new town manager started Monday. So I don't know if anyone would naturally cross paths with her in town hall, but if you do, you could say hi. She's very nice. That's all.
Lauren, what's her name?
Kristen Rubin.
Kristen Rubin. Thank you.
And she's coming from Berlin, Massachusetts, not Germany.
Or New Hampshire?
Yeah,
Okay.
or Maine. Yep.
Or Connecticut as well. I think I all have one.
It's my one and only skydive in Berlin, Maine. So yeah.
Really? How'd it go? Oh wait, you're here, so okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Well, we've scheduled our next meeting tentatively for the 15th of April, I believe, third
Well,
Wednesday.
Yeah, next meeting being April 1st, and then public hearing on the 15th.
Sounds good. Thank you. Rick.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If everyone else is, we'll
Right.
have
Well,
a
there's,
regular.
sorry, and Mike, was your intention to do the 2-in-1?
It wasn't, but I'd be happy to have both. Either way.
I mean, I'm also fine if we want to, if we think we only have the one, then, you know, just getting together the one time makes sense too.
Okay, whatever consensus is, folks. Anyone else have a comment on that?
One meeting or two?
It'd be a dog.
I prefer just one.
Okay,
I'm good with one.
okay. I could go with one. Chris and Chris?
Yes, one is good.
One's good for
So-
Chris.
Okay with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Brittany?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
And Brian, we'll hope you can join us.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right, so just the 15th. Okay.
Sounds good. So, okay, nothing else. Motion to adjourn, please.
Okay.
Make motion to adjourn. 7:30 to
Second.
3.
Have a second, somebody? I think
Second.
Chris
Second.
seconded. Okay, Chris. Okay. All right. All in favor? Okay.
Hi.
All right. Nice.
Bye.
Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks.